At this moment, you are able to be witnessed by those that are viewing from online sources. Hello. Greetings. Good afternoon. Happy Saturday. It's The Surge. Because I can't stop playing this game. Big fan of that Surge. Hey, Mike Knight. Welcome to The Surge. What I should be doing right now is making the thread in the game subforum for The Surge, but I haven't bothered doing that yet because I'm so lazy. I'm just so lazy. Posting this in a few places. Hey, Radazazzle. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you're doing less than great. You have my sympathies. I also am doing less than great, but it's because it's because of computer part happenings, but that's okay. On probably Tuesday, that situation is going to be all resolved, so hey. Let me pull up my auto ducker. I'm gonna duck the hell out of that. Yeah. That's a bummer, Radazazzle. Why are you yelling? Hey, Xerxes. Xerxes says, hi. Glad this isn't at 3 in the morning so I can actually catch it. Okay, listen. The last one was only at like 3 in the morning because I had just woken up and I felt like setting a world record, okay? You know, sometimes you wake up and then you feel like, oh, damn, dude. I just woke up and I'm ready to bust some heads, some world records, ready to set some milestones. Well, that's what happened. That's what I felt like. Put on some music. See what comes up when I just mash that random button. Hit that MF like button. Let's see. Yeah, that's a bummer, Radazazzle. Oh man, I've been getting Xerxes back into this game by playing it. Good. Hell, I don't know what to play. I don't know. We'll play the Shinobi music again because Shinobi 3's music was good. And this time I won't play Shinobi 3's music really loudly. Why don't I? This shouldn't be really loud, and if it is really loud, sorry. It's not. Okay, last time I played this, it was incredibly loud for no reason, and I couldn't figure out why. But yeah, I actually kind of know how you feel, Radazazzle, because all of my PC parts... I was talking yesterday about how I ordered a bunch of PC parts to bring my computer into the modern era. Well, all of those parts arrived today, except for the only part keeping me from putting it together right now, the CPU. So, the RAM and the CPU cooler arrived today as they were intended to, and the motherboard arrived fucking like 3 days early. The motherboard was supposed to arrive on Wednesday, but it arrived today for some reason. However, the CPU, for some reason, did not get bundled together with the motherboard and is being shipped separately. And it says that the delivery date is the 13th, which is the day the motherboard was supposed to arrive. So now I get to sit here with fucking 9 out of 10 computer parts just waiting. And that's a bummer. I imagine it's probably going to get here on Tuesday, because right now it's being shipped to Champaign, Illinois, today, Saturday. Sunday, the Postal Service doesn't do things because, you know, that's their day when they don't do things in the U.S. Monday, it's probably going to come to my town and be at the carrier facility there, and then Tuesday it's probably going to be delivered. Hey, I blame Roseus. Yeah, it's a bummer, because I was like, today I actually just got home from shopping around to see like if any places had the like CPU part that I need, so that I could just cancel the order from Amazon. But no, as it turns out, nobody stocks computer parts anymore because, you know, people just order shit off of Amazon. So unfortunately, I was unable to find a computer parts store in my town. There just aren't any anymore. There is one place. There is one place that sells AMD CPUs. But obviously those are incompatible with my motherboard, which uses the Intel chipset, so fuck. Hey, Evil Milton. I think como estas means like how's things? Are you a fan of cheese? I think that's what that means. AMD CPUs are trash anyhow. Oh, I'm sure they are. Like, I had no illusions about buying one. I'm just saying, like, that's all they had in stock. Also, Might Knight asks if anyone watched the Game Awards. I didn't, because I figured, like, anything important that happened would be posted the next day. And I was right. There was that From Software game trailer that was, like, nothing. But I'm still excited to find out what that is in several months, when they eventually state, hey, this is Bloodborne 2. Doing alright, Evil Milton. I'm just trying to survive until Wednesday, when the CPU gets here. Oh, that's a bummer, I blame Roadsus. Well, it's nice to have you stop by. I know, let's hope it's Bloodborne Kart. Personally, I hope it's Bloodborne Kart. Like, I want Bloodborne Kart more than anything. Shit, I need to check my controller battery. 40%. Okay, that's alright. 40%. More than enough to kill anything that moves. A rage stream? Oh, never. I don't think Shadows Die Twice is the name of the game. I think it's just the tagline. Or like something to keep people interested. Get people to speculate on whether it is Bloodborne 2, which it is, or a sequel to Shadow Tower, which it might be, or Tenchu, which it's fucking not. French Toast says, I can't believe they put a motion cap actor inside Norman Reedus' throat. I can believe it. I'll believe that that person actually is in there. But then again, I'll believe anything. I was supposed to get a call yesterday about the results of my ultrasound for my gallstones, but they didn't call me, which either means that they're not done with it yet, or it's something worse. So that's great. I hope it's just that they haven't looked over it yet. the hospital that I go to, the doctor's office is pretty slow at that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna call him today sometime, probably. It's not something worse, it's that they're drinking too much at Christmas parties. Well, that could also be the case. Okay. Let's get started, shall we? Let's play The Surge. Let us... Nope, that's not The Surge. That's The Surge. Well, it's gonna be The Surge. Yeah, that Witchfire game looks pretty interesting. I am tentatively excited for it. Because I played Lichdom Battle Mage, which kind of was similar. And that game's not very good. But we'll see. We'll see if this Witchfire game is pretty good. I really liked the trailer. I really liked how they pretended that it was a walking simulator for a minute, and then they were like, by the way, this game's also by the Painkiller devs. That's pretty good. I got a sense of humor about it. I Blame Roseus thanks me for pointing them at Icarus, the band that I was playing some music of the other day. You're welcome. They make good fucking music, dude. It's good stuff. So you might notice that I'm back streaming at 60 frames a second again. If you're watching it at that. You may recall that during the Creo World stream, I was having some weird problems that were causing refresh rate issues and lag and stuff on the stream. Hopefully that's solved now, even though I haven't changed anything. I don't know, we'll see. Let's play The Surge at core level 10. This is gonna be weird. I'm sure it's gonna go really well. By the way, I figured out the fastest tech. Let me show you. Let me show you the fastest tech. So Warren moves pretty slow, right? Like, he moves pretty slow when you're going forward. But check this out. Check this out. He goes so much faster when you're going backwards. Hey, thanks, Might Knight. He goes so much faster when you're going backwards. Look at him go!
Welcome to registration.
He's like the Big Rigs truck, says French Toast. Exactly! Look at how fast he's going. Holy shit, Warren. Oh. So yeah, I'm gonna be doing that in speedruns now because he goes so much faster backwards.
If you like living life in the fast lane.
That's funny. Knight of Fire plays as he rolls backwards and drifts, exactly.
Rig installation program.
Hey, B-Man. I'm doing alright. Ready for that young surge.
You have been designated.
You have been designated. Just thought I'd let you know that. So yes, core powers equals levels, and this will make for an interesting challenge because you need core power in order to do such things as equip implants, wear armor, open doors. All of the plot doors are level 10, so I don't actually need to level up to beat the game. However, what this means is that for the majority of this, I'm going to be stuck at base health with very few healing items. So, welp. That's gonna be great. Yeah, I hit him. And then I was hit, but that's okay. So yeah, for the majority of this, I probably won't be wearing any armor until we get the Iron Mouse set. It's funny, we're actually probably going to be beating this as Iron Mouse, because the Iron Mouse set is really useful for this challenge because it has no core power consumption. Apparently B-Man is going to the zoo after it already snowed. I feel like now is not a great time to go to the zoo, B-Man.
Are you receiving?
Fuck you, Sally. I don't even want to talk to you. Get out of here. There's no room for Sally in my life. Am I doing the DLC as well? Yeah, sure. I'll do the DLC at level 10. Why not? Let's turn the combat slowdowns back on, because now this is not a speed run. This is a normal run. There is no speed here. We're taking this at a moderate clip. Watermelon says, "Is it okay to stream yourself being so owned? Because you're going to get so owned, you know." Hey, listen. I don't know what you're talking about. I am the best at video games that there has ever been. There has never been a single person that has been worse or better. There's not a single... I'm so good, you guys. I'm just so good. It's impossible how good I am. Ow. That's right, this is a mild run. This is now a slow run. It'll be okay, everybody. We'll make it through this. We all will make it through this. Will we make it through it alive? I don't know. But we'll make it through. There's a zoo in my town, and it's good. I haven't been there in several years, actually. But, yeah, they got a lot of animals there. A lot of animals to look at. They take nice care of them, too. They're very kind to the animals there. You know, they got big spaces to roam around in and all that stuff. I'm gonna jump off of this thing. Whee! I like the Superman landing. I'm so owned, you guys. C. Jacobs 2017. No, never. It's untrue. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not get owned. Alright, so here's how this challenge is gonna work. Basically, you start the game at level 10, which is technically level 1. So, right now we are level 1, which is core power 10. And we are going to stay at core power 10 for the entire thing. What that means, of course, is that I only have 10 core power to work with for things like implants, so things like healing, health injection, and all that stuff, and armor, which is going to be kind of frightening a little bit.
Gear voucher detected.
Now there's one way to mitigate some of the problems we are going to be having, but only slightly, and we'll get there when we get there.
Safety at work is our highest priority and should be yours.
In the meantime, we're just going to beat some people up. A zoo, but with the ghosts of animals. You know, it's kind of like that if you visit your Animal Crossing town after a while. Like, you know. Are they really alive if you haven't visited them in years? How about that? How about that? A horse with a sweet skeleton outfit. Okay, I can get behind that, actually. That's like horse armor. It's like a horse Halloween costume armor set. We're just gonna be using whatever the hell I want. We don't have to use only spears. We can go hog wild with these weapons. Fuck it. A horse wearing a skeleton horse. I feel like that's kind of morbid. That's like making a chicken eat eggs. Like, you don't do that, man. That's fucked up. French Toast says that zoos actually reuse ghosts to just find new host bodies for them. So like an otter at a zoo is actually not just an otter. It's like an otter and every other otter that's been there. Damn, man. Fuck. Piss. Poop. Balls. Wieners. I'm gonna cut this guy's head off. Yeah! Hey, Elvis09. How goes the Warren stays a weak boy run? Well, we just started. You're just in time for the owning to begin. The owning of my enemies, I mean, not me. I'm not the one getting owned. There will be no C. Jacobs ownage on this stream. Not one bit. None. You know, people come here to see your pal C. Jacobs get owned. Well, check that out. Who's the owned one now? It's not me. An otter, but with the ghost of a skeleton horse. Uh-oh, I saw encoding overloaded. How's the frame rate? Is the frame rate smooth? Smooth as a baby's butter? I feel like I might have confused my metaphors there. Hey, Ken from Hell. Frame rate's fine so far. Okay. Well, make sure to tell me if it doesn't hold up, because I have no way of knowing. So, hey, if it doesn't hold up, you tell me. We'll not have a repeat of last time where I spend like a third of the thing with this shitty frame rate and not knowing about it. I'm here to cut off limbs, not have technical issues. They just come apart like they're made of paper mache. It's so satisfying. Yeah, I do like The Surge. I really like The Surge. The Surge is a really good video game. I really like the ones where he just yanks the limb off with his hands. Like, he's just like, oh, fuck it. I don't need this power tool. I'll just use my meaty Warren fists. I honestly don't know how well this is gonna go. I have done this once before. I wrote a guide. I'm proud of this. One of the most popular guides on the Steam forums for The Surge, which is not really saying much, is a guide I wrote on how to actually do this. But I haven't ever done it while also playing the Creo World DLC, so this is going to be a new experience for me. Maybe I should partner with Deck 13. Yeah, maybe I should. Hey, Deck 13, if you're watching this, you know who to hit up for your next video game. Lords of the Fallen 2. You know who to hit up for your next video game. Tenchu. You know who to hit up for your next video game. Shadow Tower 3. Yeah, we're doing the DLC. Sure. We might as well. I can't see any downsides to that. Lord of the C. Jacobs. Is that anything like Lord of the Dance? Because I'm bad at dancing. I'm not a real good dancer. Or a prancer. Or a Comet. Cupid. Donner. Blitzen. I'm forgetting one or two. Raphael, Leonardo, Michelangelo. Donald. Yeah, you know, the Ninja Turtles. Leonardo, Raphael, Michelangelo, and Don Hackett. PR man for Creo. Meow World. That kind of is what it is, isn't it? I know, how festive. I went to Walmart looking for that PC part because, well, you know what? It's funny. Walmart was the only place I went that had any CPUs in stock at all, which I did not expect. I didn't think Walmart would have any computer parts at all, but they were all mobile parts, so I could not obviously put any of those in my computer. The reason I bring that up is because, of course, they were playing Christmas music. I mean, it's fucking December 9th. What are you crazy? You think they're not going to take that opportunity to annoy the shit out of you? Deck 13 is German? I didn't know that. Okay, see you later, B-Man. Thanks for hanging out, pal. Thanks for stopping by. So, yeah. I am probably not gonna be going to ops centers super often in this. I might be, actually, for reasons I'll explain when I go to the next one. The game has a couple of different benefits for both stopping at the ops center and not stopping at the ops center for extended stays. It's really interesting, the way this game is balanced around that. Like, it's actually kind of like what Bloodborne is trying to do. Like, with Bloodborne, most enemies drop blood vials, so you don't have to return to the lanterns or the hunter's dream very often, because, like, you're just getting blood vials as you're walking around to recoup what you have spent by exploring. Well, the Surge is kind of like that. They give you some bonuses kind of like that, and that's pretty cool. Except the Surge does it better than Bloodborne, actually, because they give you more tangible rewards. Because, like, in Bloodborne, it's like you gain a blood vial and you lose a blood vial and you don't come out with any net gain, but in the Surge, you do. So that's kind of cool. Oh, man. A Pentium 3, 766 megahertz. That's like the most advanced CPU I've ever seen. Deck 13 apparently has their headquarters in Frankfurt. Like the sausage. Listen, the only sausage I know is Abe Froman, the Sausage King of Chicago. Or Gordon Froman. Man, remember that comic? You remember Concerned? I remember that. I was rereading that comic pretty recently. That old Half-Life comic, you know. It's good stuff still. It holds up pretty well. The only trouble is that, you know, it's kind of so old that the website it's hosted on has kind of fallen to shambles a little bit. Raditessel has no idea what that comic is. Oh, you should read it. It's really good. It's like a Half-Life comic made in Gmod, and it's really good and funny. But he only did Half-Life 2. He didn't do he didn't continue the comic into Half-Life 2 Episode 1, which is a shame. Hell, Michigan. I would like to live there. Someday I will live in Hell, Michigan. Oh, you mean John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother, was one day in office typing on a computer. Yeah, I know him. Yeah, I know John Freeman, who was Gordon Freeman's brother. God, I think I know Half-Life Full Life Consequences word for word even still today. It's kind of like how I know the words to Ice Ice Baby. Like, I would give anything to forget the lyrics to... Oh, nice camera angle. I would give anything to permanently forget the lyrics to Ice Ice Baby because they haunt me in my sleep. But I can't. I can't get them out of my head.
Power system activated.
Can I do the song version? the song version of the Full Life Consequences? I actually still know that one too.
Security lockdown in effect.
I actually remember that, yeah. By that, I think I was like, by like Furries in a Blender or something.
No connection to Creonet at this time.
I'm not going to sing Ice Ice Baby. And even then, I only still remember the first verse by heart. No, I'm not gonna do it. No, because as soon as I do it, it's gonna get stuck in my head for days. No, we're not gonna go there. There are some places that even this stream won't go, and Vanilla Ice is it. I don't really mind it that much, actually. I find it pretty funny, actually, that like the only rap I can really remember all of the lyrics to is fucking Ice Ice Baby by the only white rapper. Unless you count Snow. But then again, good luck learning the lyrics to Informer. Patreon goal, Ice Ice Jacobs, yup. Apparently the Magical Hobo has that problem with the song Boom Clap. French Toast says, not the only white rapper, but he could have a claim for the most white rapper. Okay, fair enough. There are whiter rappers than Vanilla Ice, like Snow, who prides himself on being the whitest rapper of all time, and also Canadian, I believe. Hot damn, we're taking out these guys. They're dropping like flies after I sprayed them with weed killer. How much will it cost for the C. Jacobs rap album? Too much to be worth it. Watermelon says, I like how we're ignoring Eminem for Snow and Vanilla Ice. Well, that's the thing, right? Like, Eminem is just so legendary that you can't really dunk on Eminem for being white. Like, he's kind of become exempt to that just by becoming such a cultural phenomenon, as opposed to people like Snow and Vanilla Ice, who are noteworthy because they are failures as having rap careers, and also happen to be white. I'm sure there are rap failures of other ethnicities, like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there is no small amount of black, Hispanic, etc. rappers who have failed careers. However, rap is not a predominantly white musical genre, and so failures who are white are a lot funnier. Would I call Vanilla Ice a failure, though? I don't actually know if I would, because he was in the Ninja Turtles movie. You know, with Donatello, Hackett, Michelangelo, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, all that. So I don't know if I would call Vanilla Ice a failure. According to Ken from Hell, there is a German all-white rap group by the name of Flower Pot. That's a pretty fucking white name, man. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! God, Metal Gear Rising referencing that is probably the strangest reference in that game, I think. Of all the things that they randomly reference out of nowhere, I feel like referencing the ninja rap is probably one of the more appropriate it's one of the more appropriate ones, don't get me wrong, but it's also weird as all hell. Vanilla Ice can't be a failure. He got forever immortalized in JoJo's. Okay, well that's fair. That's, you know what? Alright. I accept that. The Magical Hobo says, I feel like Vanilla Ice has some manner of success. Maybe not what he wanted, but it's success nonetheless. That's very true. So, okay, we're getting close to being back at the Ops Center now, so I guess I'll explain why I haven't been going there so far. So, I explained this in the last speedrun and in the stream, but the Surge has some fun mechanics related to not going back to the Ops Center. For example, when I cut this guy's arm off, watch the tech scrap meter. You can see that there is a little times 2.43 there. As you cut off limbs, you build up a multiplier on the tech scrap you get from killing enemies. So, the longer I stay away from the Ops Center, the higher my tech scrap multiplier will go. So, the benefit of not going there is you earn more tech scrap overall from not visiting it when you don't have to. And plus, when you get the amount of tech scrap it would take to level up, good camera angle, you get a refill on your health consumables and other injectable items. So, whenever the little green bar behind the tech scrap number fills up, I will get some health injectors back, which is a way to stay away from the Ops Center a little longer. Hey, LK713.
Good to see you.
Okay. That's right, Vanilla Ice did get a show where, like, a house building show. That's fucking weird. Yeah. So yeah, going to the med bay right now will reset my tech scrap multiplier, but going to the crafting menu will not. So I can bank my tech scrap so that I get refills on my consumables a lot faster. And here comes why this challenge run is such a pain in the ass. I only have 10 core power to work with right now. So, unfortunately, I can only equip one arm and one leg. LK713 wants to know what those icons in the bottom left are. The energy and the stamina meter. So, in the top left, you see how next to all of my bars I have a little icon? The red is the health, green is stamina, and blue is energy. When you kill an enemy, when you have a high amount of tech scrap, above what it would take you to level up, you get a temporary bonus based on what you currently have in your inventory. So, if I had full consumable items, I would get a bonus to the energy that I gain while that little icon is in the bottom left corner. And if you're not full on consumables, you get a stamina regen bonus. So, for as long as I have those little icons in the bottom left corner, I have a boost to gaining stamina and energy. And that's cool! That's really cool! I really like that. Hey, Goma4. I'm doing alright today. I'm doing pretty good. So, the good news, though, is not having a lot of core power to work with means that I can focus on upgrading my weapons instead. Hey, Might Knight. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out, man. Glad to have you here. But yeah, this game has a lot of fun little mechanics. Let's upgrade the hammer, because I don't think I used hammers enough on the last stream, so we're going to use them more on this one. And also the butterfly. Aren't there plot critical overcharges above 10? Nope, there are not. All of the plot overcharge stations are level 10, so you can beat this game without ever leveling up.
Look out for your fellow workers. They look out for you.
By the way, I have implemented that music I was talking about the other day with the Ops Center. So you might hear some Ops Center music that isn't Prisoner by Stumpful. You might hear different music that I have put in. Oh hey, Albus09 just mentioned it. It's not new. On PC, and I think on PS4 as well if you have an external hard drive, the Surge allows you to put in your own Ops Center music. So I have put in 5 or 6 different tracks that I like. All like country, Southern Gothic type music that fits kind of well with the default music. So, it says encoding overloaded again. Was the frame rate just going to shit a little bit? I have a feeling that this is a processor issue. The best replacement for the Ops music is Eye of the Tiger. Again, make sure to tell me if the frame rate goes to shit, because we are testing this. So I am trying to figure out what the problem is, because for those of you that weren't here earlier, I have ordered a bunch of different PC parts to bring my PC into the modern age. I ordered a new motherboard, a new CPU, I'm getting DDR4 RAM, I've got like a fancy big-ass cooler that should keep it nice and cool, new power supply that I actually already put in. I went from 130 watts to fucking 550, so that should be pretty good for a while. And I'm trying to figure out what is causing these encoding overloaded problems as I go. The frame rate goes when I target a new dude and the camera gets jerked over. Interesting. You know what? Let's see if we can... Let's turn off motion blur and see if that changes anything. Because motion blur... So, I love explaining this with the example of OG Doom. Here, let's actually do this right now just so I can show you. I'm going to Alt-Tab. So, motion blur causes this interlacing problem. Let me find an animated version of the Doom texture I'm looking for. So this is Fire Blue. Fire Blue is a Doom texture that is notorious for causing unbelievable interlacing problems when put onto full motion video. So this is probably getting blurry as ever-loving shit for you. Like this is probably getting quite incomprehensible on you guys' end. Especially if I start moving it around like this. So the reason this happens is because of the stark shift in contrast between the pixels. Basically what causes the interlacing is the red and blue are swapping to different hues, and the difference between the colors is so great that the video processing can't really keep up. So if I do this, it probably gets hella blurry. When it's sitting still, it's probably fine, because it's just swapping back and forth between the two colors. But when I do this, it's the same effect as if there was motion blur in a game, where it just has to process a bunch of colors changing at once, and it's just kind of like, welp. So, if you ever watch somebody play Doom, and they happen to look at a Fire Blue texture for more than a couple seconds, the video quality will go to absolute shit while it tries to keep up. And motion blur is kind of annoying in video processing because it does the same thing. If you are rendering a video of a video game, I recommend you turn off motion blur in a game when you're recording the footage, because it will increase your render times by a whole lot. Like, I turned off motion blur for the Evil Within 2 because it was increasing the render times. What would you even apply that texture to? I don't know. In OG Doom, it's used as like a hell wall kind of texture, where it's like, oh shit, the walls are on fire, or whatever. But keen-eyed viewers may notice that it looks like shit. So, people tend to not use it in their maps. It was mostly used in, I think, episode 3 of the original Doom. So, okay, this, over here, there is a gap in my Bloodborne LP playlist. That's weird. I will look at that after the stream and try to fix that. I don't know why it might have done that. So this is why I have built up my tech scrap multiplier. We're kind of power gaming a little bit here. This smelter dog, this smelter demon, gives you a lot of tech scrap when you kill it. I think it gives like 2,000 by default. And so, if we build up our tech scrap multiplier elsewhere in the level, and then come and kill this thing, we will get a lot more tech scrap just because of the multiplier increasing how much we get. So it is worth it. It is worth it to run around trying to build up your multiplier before coming to fight enemies like this that give a high amount of tech scrap. And I have a feeling... Uh-oh. Oh. Surge? I have a feeling that they intended for you to do this, because obviously the fight is more tense when you're low on resources, you know? So, hey. We did it! Hey, we did it. Hey, Duelist Crisis. Welcome to the Surge. Yeah, that happens sometimes. That happens in pretty much every video game that I play, whether I'm streaming or not, and I have a feeling it's because my motherboard is getting up there in years. Like, the motherboard in my computer is like 4 years old. It's starting to show its age, and it has a lot of trouble carrying power to the parts in it, like the CPU and the graphics card will sometimes just hitch for a while because they're just not getting enough power. And the reason I know that is the problem is because the same thing happens to the USB ports on the front of my computer, which are farthest away from the power supply and the motherboard connections and all that stuff. But yeah, nothing is wrong. Like, the game wasn't about to crash or anything, I don't think. That just kind of happens. Apparently B-Man is seeing hitches. Oh, that's okay. If the frame rate drops to, like, bad levels, just let me know. Alpha09 says, so since you're stuck at 10 power for the whole game, you're gonna grab the Iron Mouse set, right? Yes, I am. Because the Iron Mouse set doesn't consume any power to wear. And that's the benefit of it. So, I am definitely going to be wearing that. I think the only real downside of the Iron Mouse set is that it has really shit elemental resistance. Do I plan on doing an all bosses run of the Surge, like with the DLC bosses and stuff? Yeah, I can do that. That sounds like fun. I mean, the only two extra bosses added by the DLC are Helvig and Carbon Cat. So hey, there's not much, but yeah, sure. I feel like that would add a little bit of time. That would probably add like 20 minutes. I could do the whole DLC in one shot after R&D. So, I feel like it probably would add on about 20 minutes or so just because of all the running around you have to do. But, yeah, give that a try. It wouldn't be faster, but, yeah, that sounds like fun. I'm actually getting some hitches on my end, too. This computer, again, is on its way out, so that the hitching that you may be seeing, the little single frame hitches, are actually in the game.
System check initiated. Error.
But sure, I would do that as a speedrun challenge for funsies.
Bypass successful.
So I got no healing items, so this is bad. I might die here, depending on how well this goes.
Primary weapon offline.
We'll see.
Secondary systems operational.
Yeah, I didn't have the fire and ice weapons installed on the speedrun. I don't have them installed right now, because I feel like they add a few too many weapons to the game. Like, I like the weapons that are added, but I feel like it adds a few too many, and it just gets a little bit cluttered.
Progress.
Plus, I don't like the enemies. Like, the enemies have, like, way too good AI for where you fight them in the game. Like, kudos, actually, to Deck 13 for making use of the patchwork zombie AI that they have for NG+. But, yeah, like, that early on in the game, they just kind of shit all over you.
Subjugation progress.
We don't need the V2. Pax Imperator. Oh, this is going to take a little while. I imagine this is going to take 3 cycles. Spin to win, Warren! Come on, spin to win! Oh, I can't hit the butt anymore. Damn. 3 cycles it is. But you're right, actually. I might install the Fire and Ice DLC just for the speed runs, just because it's just because those weapons are pretty useful. Oh, the other foot. Stomp with the other foot. Lead with your other leg, man. Come on. Haven't you ever danced before?
Evaluating tactical options.
Obviously, the Pax Imperator is not a big fan of dancing with the Warren in the pale moonlight. Would you please? You're not making this easy on me. Enforce error. Hooray! I didn't get owned. Celebratory hops. And hey, I didn't go to the ops center. Cool. That means that I can go into the next area with the ×3 multiplier. Good. Oh no, where's my timer? I have to split! My intrinsic need to split! That's right, Emily Smith. I sure didn't get owned. Who needs healing? I sure do, because it's an integral part of this game. What's the best weapon for speedruns? Probably the stabs.
Failure.
Also, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll be an asshole on this run. Well, I'll show off what it's like to make Warren be a jerk.
Let me show you around. Around.
Check this out. If you don't talk to the drone, he's a dick to the drone.
Just buzz off.
Unable to comply. Bonded to worker. Please refer to policy section 37D6.17.
Damn it.
Let me show you around. Around.
I imagine the single-rigged weapons are good for when you can't get in multiple hits, but yeah, overall, the staff weapons are just so good.
Seems you've got a screw loose.
We have to be nice. We have to be nice to the drone in order to get the drone to follow us.
Terms of use. and
Iron Mouse
process
Run.
agreement. How may I be of service? Provided by Creo. I'd like to help. I'd like to help.
I'd like to help. Just buzz off. That's right, we're being Renegade Warren. We're going for maximum Renegade points on this one, which is good, actually, because it means I can be an asshole to Sally. I'm fine with being an asshole to Sally. Sally sucks. I'm also a big fan of spinning around in a circle really fast. You have to be nice to progress. Well, you don't have to be nice, you just kind of have to tolerate it, really. Like, I guess being nice technically is optional. But yeah, the Pax Imperator V2, as someone mentioned in the chat, is pretty much better than any weapon that you're going to get for quite a while. So if you go out of your way to get it, it will serve you pretty well.
Welcome.
Punished Warren. A man denied his power core upgrades.
Services are limited at the moment. We apologize for any inconvenience.
Well, it's nice that they're apologizing at least, you know? They understand. They understand that it is an inconvenience to not be able to rejuvenate my body. Not that I would want to. I don't really have any reason to go back to the ops right now. However,
This unit is not fully functional.
oh shit, I didn't use the
Look out for your fellow workers.
Right.
They look out for you.
the surge. Being nice is optional. That's right. Hey, the good news is we get to leave Davy to die because it requires level 14 power to get into his room to save him. So hey, fuck you, Davy.
Good to
Whiny
see
bastard.
Hello? Anyone there?
Hey,
I'm
Sally.
receiving. Please contact me if you can.
Oh, I know your tricks, Sally. I know how you secretly kill people when they don't listen to you. Let me just stick my hand straight through that.
I was starting to worry. I'm glad you're okay.
Can you steal his implant? Yes, you can. You can still get the implant.
Will you finally tell me who you are?
Sally. I'm Sally.
Will you finally tell me who you are so I have a name to put to the face?
Up here. Stuck, to be exact. Just trying my best to figure out how I can help.
It's true, actually. I don't really have much use for the tech scrap that I'm gaining other than upgrading equipment, so, you know, it's just for fun, really. Tell me what's going on, Sally.
There's some kind of incident.
Yeah.
We have to.
We have to do something. No!
I was nearly killed out there. This is not what I signed up for.
None of us did. But we've got to do the best we can in the circumstances. There's injured people out there who need our help.
I'll cut their limbs off.
A short time ago. We need to find out what happened. And we won't if we just stay here. We're in this together. And like it or not, we're on our own. At least for the time being.
Yeah.
You tried calling for help?
The system's locked down. There's no way I know to contact
Oh,
anyone
sure.
outside.
Safe in your cushy executive
Comms
forum.
out apart from the office.
I better get going.
Be careful out there.
Be careful out there. I'm always careful. When am I not careful? I know, listen to it. Just listen to that bluegrass. Listen to the bluegrass. It's very quiet, bluegrass. I need to make it a little louder on Audacity. Okay, alright, fuck the bluegrass. So the first thing we're gonna do, I think, is get some Mark II parts so that I can upgrade my hammer more. That's what I think our goal is gonna be here. So, we're gonna deposit my tech scrap and then head back out.
Happy to help.
Yeah, I don't really have much advice for Lords of the Fallen other than use the Shield Bash, because the Shield Bash is incredibly useful. Like, look, you can get through Lords of the Fallen pretty much entirely with the Shield Bash. And hey, we have enough core power to save Hobbs, so hey, we'll be doing that at least. We're not going to be an asshole to Hobbs. You know what? Hobbs doesn't deserve it. Hobbs is... oh my god. Hobbs is too nice of a person for Warren to be a jerk to him. We'll be a dick to Joe. We'll talk to Joe specifically so that I can deny giving her the tech scrap that she asks for. I'm okay with being a dick to her. Hey, Hobbs.
Hey, you! Over here! I use my rings out of juice. I'm a fucking statue.
You got it, buddy! Also, he gives you stuff. That's true. It's true. Hobbs gives you stuff. Davy is just a whiner.
Oh, damn, thank you. Been sitting here so long, my ass is numb. Can't count.
Yeah, Hobbs.
What are you...
LK713 says, I was streaming this game and my German friend was like, what the fuck accent does Hobbs have? It's kind of, it's a weird accent. It's like a southern-ish? Southern-ish. Warren electrocutes a stranger without prompting. Listen, I see the green marker and I interact with it, okay? At least he thanked me for it. That meant I did a good thing. It's fake Southern, exactly. Hello. How are you doing today? Just gonna go about your business, huh? Okay. I guess this guy was on break. Well, joke's on him. Now I'm gonna break his limbs! I believe that was a woman, actually. I couldn't really tell because of the helmet, though. LK713 says, Davey makes me sad because of that audio log about how workers started using because they were working so many hours. Yeah, even Davey being insane is Creo's fault. Everything is Creo's fault. All of it. Also, the hammer is slightly less good at stunning these Rhino Suit people, and it's a shame. C. Jacobs, enemy of the proletarian. I mean, we're already throwing the bourgeoisie over. We might as well throw over everybody else, too. Just fuck over everybody. Fuck it. Does Creo count as the bourgeoisie?
Please. Help. Please.
We get to listen to Davey's cries for help and then not help him.
Can anybody hear me?
How do I get so many backstabs? So, basically, it's the same thing as in Dark Souls, where actually aiming for the person's back does not work. You can't... So watch this. So, right now, you saw I was standing right in front of the enemy's back right there. That only works when it is before they attack. So after an enemy attacks, the hitbox for the backstab is not their back anymore, like Dark Souls. The hitbox for the backstab is where their back was when they started attacking. So check this out. So he moved there, but you saw that I kind of kicked him in the side, because when he started the attack, that's where his back was. So like, even though his back was no longer facing that direction, that's still where the hitbox was. And the hitbox resets whenever they start a new attack. It's kind of weird. It's a really weird way to do it. Like, but I guess it works. Oof! Well, there's the first death. I was immortalized. My corpse was immortalized as paste on the floor.
Happy to help.
The good news is that I don't really need tech scrap all that much, so losing some of it doesn't really matter. So it's not a big deal if I can't get back there in time. I got owned. I should have pulled out the, I should have pulled out the butterfly for that, because fighting two enemies with the hammer kind of sucks unless you can get both of them. What does one do with scrap in a level 1 run? It's mostly for bragging rights. Like, all I really need tech scrap for is upgrading my equipment, and that's not very expensive. But, it's still worth it to go out of my way to fight enemies, because, again, it allows me to refill my, health consumables. But yeah, I already have pretty much all of the tech scrap I'm gonna need. It's just, the rest is just for fun. I really like the hammer's arm takedown because you just smack that shit out of the way, like, get that out of here. A millionaire run where you finish with 1,000,000 tech scrap. You probably could get that. Like, it probably wouldn't even take that long, actually, because once you get the multiplier up, you start gaining it, like, at a pretty good clip. Also, I figured out a new tactic. In case I die on the final boss in the next speedrun, like I did on the last one, picking up your tech scrap after you die gives you back the tech scrap that you would have obviously had on your person, but it like physically fills up the bar, so it restores your health consumables just like filling it up the other way where you defeat enemies. So like, if I die to the final boss, I can just leave my tech scrap on the ground, and then if I need a refill in health consumables, I can pick it up. And that actually could be a time-saving measure too. Like, if I don't have many health consumables going into the fight, I can intentionally die and waste a couple seconds for the purpose of, like, having free consumable refills during the fight. Like, that is a strategy that I very well could employ if I needed to. Like, I'm not gonna do it just because I feel like it, but, like, if I ever need to do it, that is an option. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, we're just gonna we're just hanging out right now, really. I don't need to go that way. We're gonna go this way. Did I ever figure out how that implant triggers, the one that gives you health after 5 hits? Yeah, it gives you health after 5 hits. That's it. Like, any 5 hits. So, if you don't hit an enemy for a while, if you watch my energy bar, if you don't hit an enemy for a little while, your energy will start to drain. Mine's not draining right now. It's draining very slowly because of the bonus that I have in the bottom left corner. But basically, if you hit an enemy before your energy starts to drain, it will keep up that multiplier. And so you can just keep going. So you can hit an enemy, back off, and then hit them again and back off, etc. Until you have hit them 5 times. Like, any 5 hits will do, fast or slow.
Welcome, Warren.
Hey, Hobbs. I'm actually glad I died because it moved Hobbs back to the Ops Center. Oh hey, me dying embarrassingly wasn't all for nothing. We're gonna upgrade the hammer. And also the Pax Imperator. Because I'm gonna be needing them pretty soon. Now, you know what? In fact, I'll do that right now. I'll go make use of them right now while we're here.
Take care.
Oh, I will. I always take care. I'm the most careful at video games. Really? So yeah, now we are going to mitigate the problem of me only having 10 core power a little bit. So, the core of this run is that I only have 10 core power to work with and 4 implant slots. When I upgrade my suit, which you have to do for the plot, like, there's no way to avoid doing that. When I upgrade my suit, I will unlock a bunch more implant slots, but that doesn't give me any more core power. However, I can give myself core power by cutting off the tails of these security robots, which will give me ancillary cores. So yeah, I can go up here and chop off the tails of these guys, which do not respawn. So I have to make sure to get them on the first try. I can chop off these guys' tails, and then we will be able to increase our core power by, I think, like 6 per ancillary core, I think. And I actually still don't think that's enough to wear a full suit of armor, but at some point we will be. So yeah, now you get to watch me get owned by these things because they are very tough to fight, and I'm not wearing any armor, so they'll kill me in one hit. Which is fucking great. God. That dive attack is super annoying, because that fucking dive attack does damage based on distance. So if you dodge backwards, you will take more damage from it. It's fucking bullshit. So how's everybody doing this afternoon? I'm doing okay. I'm just kind of passing the time, really. Like, I don't really have much to do right now. I have to record more Bloodborne because I am out of backlog again because I only recorded 1 episode last time. Oh, wowee. So for the moment, I don't really have much to work on. So I'm just kind of passing the time until my computer parts are ready. Yeah, the security like the white security robots, they drop XL ancillary cores that give more core power. These guys, though, drop the normal type. That's a bummer, Richard Kemp. I hope you feel better, man. See you later, B-Man. Thanks for hanging out. For real this time. When will the recording session be? I was thinking tomorrow. If I... Oh. Okay, then. Watch Warren twitch in the throes of death. I actually don't even need to go get that tech scrap. I already have enough. But yeah, I was thinking tomorrow. I'll post on my Twitter if I do decide to do it tomorrow. It will be tomorrow night if I decide to. So, we have put on a couple of ancillary cores, which will enable me to wear some armor at the expense of consuming all of the slots that I have for stuff like healing items. And that, of course, is the trade-off that you have to make here. In fact, I don't know if I even... Okay, I think I have just barely enough. I think I can put something that is worth 1 in here. We'll keep the aggression amplifier, because like that was doing me pretty well when I was low on health kits or health items.
Take care.
Yeah, thank you, LK713. LK713 reminded me at the exact time I remembered that I have the fucking I have the Omni Audit now. By the way, this is still very fun to do. Getting backstabs on enemies and then knocking their limbs off with 1 attack so that you don't even have to do the execution. It's a good way to save energy when you're trying to charge up your drone. Hey, there's nothing wrong with procrastination, okay? Sometimes you need a little time to yourself. Like, I can understand procrastinating. Like, I will never judge someone because they are procrastinating. Because, like, there are so many things to do and keep track of in this world that sometimes it's easier to just forget about your problems for a little while, and sometimes that is to your own detriment in the end. But when you need that kind of emotional relief immediately, procrastination works as a good stopgap until you come up with the actual solution of doing the thing that you're supposed to be doing. How many audits are there? There are 3. There's the one I just picked up, the one you get at the start, and then one in the DLC that acts as a health boost in addition to being enjoyable.
If you can hear me.
Hey, it's Ben Burke. Remember him?
But if you can, meet me.
The game doesn't.
At the outbound station. Stay safe. I'll be waiting. We can make it together.
Maybe Ben Burke will be the star of the Surge too. I actually really appreciate that backstabs get you to cut off limbs without having to do an execution, because they kind of thought of that. See, because think about this. If you upgrade all of your weapons so that you do too much damage to cut off limbs, like, if you can't physically build up the right amount of energy because you kill the enemy too fast to build up the energy to cut off their limbs, you would be fucked. You wouldn't be able to get any more body parts, because then you couldn't, like... Because then you wouldn't have enough energy to cut off body parts. However, the backstabs thing, where getting a backstab and killing the enemy with it automatically gives you the part, like, that's clever game design, because it means that even in that edge case where you have outpaced the game somehow, you can still get the parts that you need. Burke changes his name and goes on to star in Quantum Burke. Oh, that's pretty good. Ben Burke in Quantum Break. Man, I really love Quentin Break. He's my favorite character. Hey, Shotgun Reaper. Welcome. Welcome to the Surge. Welcome to my nightmare. I believe you also get the part if you kill the enemy with the backstab. Yeah, the backstab itself does 2 damage. Honestly, I like this game a lot more than Neo. Like, I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, I've been really enjoying the streams of Neo because it's fun to play Neo with the chat there, but I really don't like playing Neo by myself. I feel like Neo is just way too complex for its own good. Like, this game also has a lot of complex systems, but they're easy to understand at a glance. Like, you see that big icon in the bottom left? Someone explains to you in so many words what the icon in the bottom left means, and you understand it forever and you will never forget it, because it's simple. Whereas in Neo, it's like, what the fuck does thrown chance to avoid blocking ninjutsu on Mio magic power mean? Or to whatever the fuck. Like, there are so many intricate systems in Neo that it's like you're reading a fucking book trying to understand them all.
I'm still waiting at the outbound station. I want to try and get to the old biolabs.
Maybe he died on the train. Maybe Ben Burke got on the train and then spontaneously died of a heart attack.
But I'm not leaving without you.
What does the icon in the bottom left mean? I explained it a little earlier, but the icon in the bottom left is a bonus to my stamina regeneration, which you get if you kill enemies at high levels of tech scraps. So, there is a bonus to carrying around high tech scrap, which is that you get those bonuses a little more often. So yeah, for the beginning of the game, we are going to be wearing the Link set, and then once we get access to the Iron Mouse set, I am going to be playing that for pretty much the rest of the game.
Attention, smelter task reassignment.
Oh no, that's okay, Shotgun Reaper. I wasn't calling you out because I had to re-explain it, because it's like I said, it only takes a second to explain. I was just saying, you know, I have already mentioned it. There was an intensely emotional death scene where Ben dies in your arms on the train, and you swear that with great power comes great responsibility. You step into the biolabs with a sense of renewed purpose. I can't wait until they put that scene into the Surge director's cut. Am I gonna fight Carbon Cat as Iron Mouse? Yes, I am. Which means that we are not going to be going to Creo World right away. I found out actually that is how you get the Mark II Scrap Glaive, Carbon Cat's weapon. The Mark II Scrap Glaive is automatically given to you if you fight Carbon Cat as Iron Mouse, which is fucking awesome. That's so good. And it's so appropriate, too. So yeah, we won't be going to the DLC for a little while, until we finish R&D. It's fun. It's gonna be fun. That's right, narrative bonuses. Finally got to meet Carbon Cat. Yeah, we'll save Rusty Rat this time. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. We saved Rusty Rat. We absolutely saved Rusty Rat from his horrible fate on the last stream. We absolutely, 100% saved Rusty Rat for sure, and for good. So what I mean to say there is that we will save Rusty Rat a second time. Yeah, definitely. I know, LK713. That's why I said we're doing it after R&D, because we need the drone upgrade to open the way to the last smelter robot. So, like, as soon as we finish R&D, we will be doing it. Yeah, he totally didn't explode off in the distance. That's not what happened. Absolutely. My dear friend Rusty Rat is alive and well. God, I can't believe how alive he is. The circulation tower is not before R&D. The circulation tower is where you go after you come back from R&D. It's, you come back from R&D, get off the train, and then go to the circulation tower because you need the drone upgrade to open the way. Like, there's a big shutter, and the shutter doesn't open until you have the drone upgrade. Because it's got the little circuit that you need. But also, we have to go to R&D anyway, because there's a smelter bot there. Right, it wasn't even the real Rusty Rat. It was like Solidus Rusty Rat. It was a clone created by Carbon Cat, specifically to torture Iron Mouse. But yeah, the hammer is fucking great. Hammer weapons are awesome. Oh, shit, that's right. I meant to say the biolabs. Right. I knew what I was talking about, I just said the wrong name. I always get the names mixed up. God damn it. Right. What I meant to say there was that you get it after you come back from the biolabs. Damn it.
I've got a favor to ask.
Whoops. What's up, Joe? Tell me your favor. Hey, how about you go fuck yourself?
I'd rather keep what's mine.
Well, I'd be very disappointed.
I know. I know.
Believe me, and
I'm not giving you the tech scrap, Joe. Eat a dick.
Need to make a move.
I see. I'll be here if you change your mind.
I won't. How am I today? I'm doing alright. Playing The Surge to pass the time. But anyway, yeah. When I said R&D, I meant biolabs. Because biolabs is where you get your fucking drone upgrade. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. I also need to take off these guys' legs. So the Liquidator legs are probably the nice camera angle. Probably the only other set of armor I'm going to wear, because we need the Liquidator legs in order to survive. There's the smelter bot in the biolabs. The Joe questline is very confusing. It's weird. It's very weird. Like, there's a kind of specific order you have to do it in order to get all of the rewards. Like, you have access to the weapon that you get at the end of the quest line from the very beginning, and there's some dialogue. There's some dialogue from Hobbs that you can only get if you, like, physically sequence break the quest line by picking up the weapon early. It's really weird. So, for part of Joe's quest line, you get a weapon, and you can pick up that weapon in her little hideout earlier than after she kills Hobbs with it at the end of the quest line. And if you do that and you talk to her at the next available vent, she'll be like, "Hey, I told you not to take that and you took it anyway, so give it back." And you can fucking say no. You know what? I think I'll actually do that, because I have the tech scrap to spare anyway, so I'll fucking show that off. Why not? So here, we'll go back to Joe and we'll give her the tech scrap just so that I can fuck her over later. I'll give her the tech scrap to get the weapon and then not let her have it. Oh, that's good. That's fucking good. Yeah, we'll save Hobbs. Sure. Why does she hate Hobbs? So Hobbs and 3 of his co-workers had to kill one of Joe's, like, Joe's lover, right? Like, because he became like a techno zombie, they had to kill him, but there's a misunderstanding. Like, Joe thinks they just did it because they're assholes, but they had to do it because he turned into a techno zombie. So Joe is in the wrong, which is why I don't feel bad about taking the weapon from her. So, okay, we'll give Joe the tech scrap she wants. Just so that we can fuck her over later down the line. It's like we're investing. It's like a dick over investment. Hey, Xenovalia. Although then again, that is, I guess, reliant on you believing Hobbs, because, I mean, I guess you could assume Hobbs is lying to cover his ass, but, I don't know, Hobbs seems like a pretty fucking mild-mannered person. I don't know if he would lie about that, just because of how utterly mild-mannered he seems. like, Hobbs is like the milquetoastest person. Ah! So close. Oh, here we go. Yeah! Oh man, I have to fight this boss with like no equipment. Shit. Joe seems unstable while Hobbs does not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's milquetoast. He's a milquetoast guy. The milquetoastist person. The mostest milquetoastist. One toast, extra milk. One toast in a world with extra milk. One Hobbs. I don't actually know what milquetoast means. I don't actually know the origin of the phrase milquetoast. But then again, I don't know if that's something that I really should know. Like, I know what the phrase means, but like, I don't know if I necessarily should have to know what the origin of it, I guess, in order to use it properly. Because, you know, there are some phrases that you probably should know the origin of if you're going to use them. But, you know, I don't know if milquetoast is one of those. Because as long as you know what it means, I guess you can get the gist of it. Milquetoast literally comes from a dish that's milk and toast. Holy shit.
I won't hear it said that Benjamin Burke let down his team.
Only players of the Surge are let down by Ben Burke.
I've marked the way to the outbound.
How's the DLC? Oh, the DLC is fucking great, dude. Oh, the DLC is amazing. You should watch my stream of the DLC because it's... Oh, it's so good. It's everything I wanted and more, and was absolutely worth the $15. Milquetoast was a comic book character? Okay. Well, there you go, I guess. Milquetoast. When am I doing the DLC? I am doing the DLC after we get back from the biolabs, because then I will have the Iron Mouse set. Ah! Oh! What a fucking weird scream! My voice fucking like jumped up 2 octaves. I'm in a pretty good mood today. I don't know. I was having Crohn's problems earlier today, but they cleared up after I took a nap today. So, hey, that's good. It's not like I have anything to do today. I should start renaming my streams the Milquetoast stream. Thanks. French Toast says that he is called French Toast because Milquetoast was taken. Ah! Oh! Oh! Wow! Wowie goodness. This is not good. Huh. Well, time to fight the rest of this boss without taking a single hit. Good luck, Warren. Good fucking luck. It's not that hard, I guess, as long as he doesn't do the stomp thing. If he does the stomp thing, I'm fucking dead, but if he doesn't do the stomp thing, I'll be okay. Or that. That also can kill me very quickly. Hey, as it turns out, playing the Surge without ever leveling up is kind of stressful. Who would have guessed? I never would have known this. The actual definition is a person of meek or timid disposition, but it's usually used to mean this person is fucking boring. I mean, in not so polite words, sure, yeah. This is gonna be a good stream for C. Jacobs noises. I hope that someone someday compiles a C. Jacobs noises video so that people can know the noises I make. Like that video that's just like 4 or 5 solid minutes of Michael Jackson noises from the song where he's going like, ow! Ow! Shut my mouth! Like just little clips of that. Also, this is gonna take a while, by the way, because I am playing very carefully here. Right, a C. Jacobs soundboard, exactly. Ooh, my goodness. That was almost really bad. Yay! I did it. That was frightening. That was... Oh, wowee. Grats? Well, hey, thanks. The C. Jacobs soundboard should just say, I'm owned for every button. Xerxes says, thanks for doing this. I live near where the Thomas Fire is in California, and the air quality is shit, so I'm kind of stuck inside today. Oh yeah, that is going on, isn't it? People are being evacuated because that's so bad. I hope that clears up for you, man. I hope the air becomes breathable without a fucking stalker gas mask.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I just can't wait any longer.
No, Ben, I'm almost there.
I hope you're okay, that you're still out there.
I hope you're okay, that you're not dying of smoke inhalation.
You found a safe place. I'm going to take the maglev to the old biolabs now.
I'm not owned, I say as I slowly shrink and transform into a corn cob. Show me the posts in the order they were made. The C. Jacobs brand soundboard should just be 20 variations of fuck you passives. Hey, speaking of which, Blind Sally and 9 Gear Crow and I recorded some of the Max Payne 3 remake Let's Play. So hey, that's gonna be coming. We're working on it.
Warning, this is a quarantine zone. Please remain...
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. 9 Gear Crow suggested that I make it, 9 Gear Crow suggested that I make a trailer for the Max Payne 3 remake Let's Play with Return of the Mac. So I am almost certainly going to do that because that's fucking hilarious. No, there wasn't a remake of Max Payne 3. I'm doing a remake of my Let's Play. That's what I meant. There was not a remake of Max Payne 3. Because the Max Payne 3 Let's Play was, it was in 720p at a really low bit rate with lots of interlacing, and, I wasn't really, like, technologically experienced at the time, so the audio quality is kind of shit. So I am going to be redoing that Let's Play in, like, HD with the technology I have now, and it's going to go a lot better.
Until all potential sources of data... Danger have been eliminated.
What's my input on the new FromSoft game? Any thoughts? I hope it's Bloodborne 2, but if it's not Bloodborne 2, I'm not going to be all that upset about it. I'm hoping that it's Bloodborne 2. Also, we don't have enough core power to wear the Liquidator legs, so I need to put on another ancillary core, which means that we're going to be doing this level without enemy health bars, which is gonna suck, but that's okay. I actually have kind of been learning to play this game without health bars because of challenges like this. Let's put on another healing item instead of the aggression amplifier thingy.
Please remain in operations while security lockdown is in effect.
But yeah, so the new From Software game. I hope that it's Bloodborne 2. But if it is, in fact, a remake of Shadow Tower like people are thinking, I'd be fine with that. Shadow Tower looks alright. Never played Shadow Tower, but hey, might be cool.
Please remain in operations.
I don't know about Tenchu. I don't think the Tenchu thing has any grounding. Like, people are referencing a couple of lines from Tenchu where they talk about shadows, but I don't know if they would do a Tenchu game, because, like... Okay, I'll ask you this. Did you know what Tenchu was before the announcement the other day? If the answer is no, you are with most people who have forgotten about Tenchu. Like, more people know about Shadow Tower than about Tenchu, because of Shadow Tower's association with the Souls games, and how it and Kingsfield were like a Souls game predecessor. Sci-fi Souls. This kind of is Sci-fi Souls a little bit. Like an actual From Software joint for sci-fi. That would be pretty cool. But I don't know if they would go in that direction. Like, if they made an Armored Core game in the style of Dark Souls, I feel like people would throw a shit fit because it would be a radical change for the Armored Core series. But I think it would be cool. Do I think Deck 13 will make another The Surge? No. I think they will make another game in this style, because this has worked out quite well for them. But I don't think they will make a sequel to The Surge itself. Oh, I've been killed by a vacuum cleaner. Armored Core as Dark Souls would suck because they couldn't let you fly.
Please remain.
Yeah, that's true. If they did, it would have to be in short bursts, yeah. Yeah, that Code Vein game looks pretty interesting.
Attention, please.
I don't know what to make of it. I think we'll have to see a little bit more of it before I can actually pass judgment on it. What if the next game reveals that The Surge was actually a distant sequel to Lords of the Fallen? That would be fucking cool. Especially because I'm the only person on Earth that played Lords of the Fallen, so I would get it. Okay, well that didn't work out so well, did it? Xenolalia says, Shadow Tower was amazing at the time because it starts off as Kingsfield and then you pick up a fucking Colt 1911. That does sound pretty cool. Although, I looked at some screenshots and videos of Shadow Tower and it looked like there were spiders, so unfortunately I don't know if I'll be playing Shadow Tower just to find out what it's like.
This sector remains in effect. Hazard response teams have been requested. Please remain.
Still holding out hope for 3D.Game Heroes 2. I still have hope in my heart that someday 3D.Game Heroes 2 will exist on our Earth. Have the spiders in Grim Dawn given you any trouble? Yeah, they sure have. They're fucking terrifying. They're giant. Like the base size for the spiders in Grim Dawn is human-sized, and then they only get bigger from there. However, I was able to mitigate it somewhat by just zooming the camera all the way out, so that they're really tiny. Oh, it's not your fault, Zulus Crisis. It's okay. I'm still really enjoying Grim Dawn. Some fucking day, someday, I am going to beat Grim Dawn. Someday. But that game is so long. That game is almost as long as my dick. It's a very long game. Like, that game is comically long. Like, I thought I was getting close to the end, and then the game was like, no, by the way, you're just getting into the Cthulhu part. Enjoy the meat hallways. Okay, yes. Technically speaking, it is your fault because you got me the game. Yes. Like, just on technicalities, sure, it is your fault that I'm afraid of the spiders in Grim Dawn. But the fear of spiders was there first, before the game was. So I'm willing to say it's not your fault there. Xerxes says, so they're long but pretty skinny. The DLC adds another act to the game plus 2 new classes. I was actually thinking of picking that up, because the 2 classes that are added by the DLC sound pretty interesting. But I might do that for my second playthrough. Kuon. People are talking about apparently a relatively obscure game by apparently From Software that uses some of the pretty similar music to the teaser that they just put out. I don't know anything about it, so I wouldn't be able to say one way or another. Hup, hup, hup. More ancillary cores. I actually have enough already, but that's okay. I just need to get this guy out of the way, because if you go over and fight that smelter bot while this guy is alive, he will go over and join the fight. And ask me how I knew that. Go ahead, ask. Although I don't think you actually need to ask, because my tone of voice probably implies the answer pretty well. Why am I using the starting single rig weapon? Because I felt like it. I guess I could go back to using the Pax Imperator, but I might as well even things out for my competition. Also, I think it only does like a little bit less damage than the Pax Imperator, so I know the fucking laser drone misses half the time. Like, that thing needs to work on its aim. How do I know? Because that happened. What were the security drones? What were the security bots built to do? I don't know. I assume they were built to like keep the peace, and they're outfitted with tails because I don't know. I really couldn't tell you. Yeah, the rapid fire laser attack from the drone would be pretty cool. Like, I feel like the drone is not so useful for the laser. Like, the laser is good for drawing enemies, but for most other things, it's, like, completely useless. The security bots are called Bloodhounds. They're search and destroy drones. Okay. Well, hey, there's your lore. Also, this guy is playing kind of passive for some reason. I don't know how close to dead he is at any given time, because I can't see his health bar. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Oh yeah. The fucking Bloodhound weapon, this is the tail of one of those things. Okay, cool. They were made to break up the monotony in enemy design once the human-robot war breaks out. Yeah, they're probably like an urban warfare kind of thing. Yeah, this drone, or this smelter bot specifically, kind of sucks to fight because you have to equip the liquidator legs in order to actually survive the goop here, and even then you still have to wait for him to do his fucking hood opening thing. See, what I thought is that if you hit them on that red part, like, I assumed that was another weak point, but it's not. The only weak point these things have is their inner parts, which actually kind of sucks. How do I take out the armored cranes so easily? Well, basically, you just don't stop circling. Like, if you just, like, spin in a giant circle, they can't bother you. Like, they will mostly do their stomp attack, and if they do the stomp attack, you can just back up. Uh-oh. No, don't come this way. No. The lore in the game strongly implies that Creo is making a lot of money on the side as arms manufacturers. Yeah, so, there are certain weapons, like the Security Legionnaire, or whatever it's called, where it's like straight up not even a power tool, it's just a military weapon. And they like, even the description is like, Creo is investing in military developments, because they just are, because we're not evil. We're definitely not evil. How many coins are we at? We got 4 out of 5. The last one is right after this area. Then we will be the Iron Mouse. We will be the Rusty Rat. Uh-oh! Okay, we're good. We're fine. Everything's A-okay. Your teacher says I can almost taste it. Taste the iron! But yeah, LK713 has it right. LK713 says, Creo is playing both ends, selling Resolve to solve climate change, while selling weapons to help governments put down social unrest due to climate change.
Decontamination has been initiated. Hazard response squad has been deployed.
Creo is just the company from Better Off Ted. Oh my god, lasers in my butt. No, thank you. I will not be murdered by this vacuum cleaner. Not today. Maybe some other day, but not today. I've already been murdered by one vacuum cleaner today. Hey, Joe Public. Welcome. Welcome to my nightmare. Well, it's actually not proven to be much more difficult than the normal game. Warren? This challenge is actually not proving to be all that much more difficult than the normal game, because really the only added challenge is in resource management, like managing your implants and stuff, which we haven't had to do much of. We're gonna have to do more of it later when enemies start doing a lot fucking more damage, like those fucking Proteus robots, but soon. For now, we're doing pretty good. Fighting vacuum cleaners. Which of the new weapons are your favorite? Oh, that's a good question. I really like the claws, like the mascot claws. But I also like the oh, what was it? The popcorn cane, just because of how silly it is. Oh, you know what I like, too? I really like Helvig's Spear. The Kingfisher, or whatever it's called. Like, that one has a really cool moveset. Robots will have Warrens bolted onto them without anesthetic. would I ever consider doing an optimized Dark Souls 1 run? So no glitches or skips, just straight up know-how and willpower. Maybe. Dark Souls is like a super hard speedrun to do because there's a lot of very specific tech for it, like where if you get hit once, you die and can't recover your time. Like, in order to play Dark Souls at its fastest, what you need to do is you need to do the whole red tearstone ring and power within and all that shit. Like, the fastest way to play the game is to kill bosses real quickly by buffing yourself. But the problem is that makes it so that you die really easily. So, if I did do a speedrun of Dark Souls, I would have to learn how to do all that. And God, I'm just so lazy. I'm so lazy, you guys. I can't even tell you how lazy I am. Someday I will do a caster run of Dark Souls, it's true. Someday. Hi. Excuse me. Uh-oh.
Lockdown deactivated.
Player 2 has joined the game.
Systems. Attention. Access restrictions for this sector.
Beep, beep.
Please return to
Pardonnez-moi.
designated workplaces.
Finish it says, to be fair, I just want to watch you play Dark Souls. Well, I mean, that is fair, sure. Like, I don't blame you. Like, I'll try it someday. Like, I'll try anything once. Except anal. Try that a whole bunch of times. I'll try anything once, so sure. Sometime I will give that a shot, just for fun. I like that I can just sneak that in there. I just fucking...
Finally.
Am I ever gonna stream Immortal Redneck again? It's on my to-do list. So someday when I feel like it, sure, I'll stream Immortal Redneck again. Because that game is a lot of fun to just relax with. Let me just set myself on fire. It's true, I didn't even sneak that in. There was no tact to that. I just, like, said it because I felt like saying it.
Is it safe?
Is it safe? Oh boy, is it. Oh man, we get to be a jerk to Dr. Chavez. Oh, hell yeah. I can't wait to be a jerk to Dr. Chavez. Hey, what's up, Doc? Who are you? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah.
You know what's going on here, don't you?
My work here is unofficial. I'm no longer part of Creo. The reality is, I don't exist. Whatever happened, it wasn't our doing. I have my theories, but until
the reality is, I'm all in your head, Warren.
I haven't heard. But I need another favor.
How about you go fuck yourself?
Look, I've got enough problems already.
Trust me, your problems are nothing compared to what they will be. You can run as far as you want, but there's no escaping what's coming.
Listen, lady, I've already been a part of the Surge. I already know what the worst is like.
Power core, by the way. Your drone looks like it needs it.
Chavez's voice actor was in an Armored Core game, and it's super funny to me that she's here. French Toast says, I can't wait to treat women badly. See Jacobs 2017. That is not what I said. Xenolalia says, I hate women in STEM positions. See Jacobs 2017. That is not what I said. Neither of those are things that I said. Oh, we're gonna use this thing, because this thing's pretty cool. I don't know. I don't think I have ever used the corroded butterfly, so we're gonna use the corroded butterfly. Because it's pretty neat. Pretty nifty. That's right. On my way to respect women. See Jacobs 2017. See Jacobs likes anal, not a misquote. Says okay 713. You're right. It's not a misquote. But yeah, I kind of wish Dr. Chavez wasn't such a jerk, because I would like her a lot more if she wasn't. Like, I get it, she's jaded and annoyed and all that stuff, but like, I feel like her being a jerk to Warren is kind of undeserved. Like, I saved her life, you'd think that she would be a little bit less of an asshole to me. Like, if she's gonna be a dick to me, then I'll be a dick right back. Like, that's just kind of how it works, Dr. Chavez. I'll try anything once. I've made the mistake of reading them out loud. Now editing clips of me saying them and then removing the not what I said afterwards. I mean, like, that's the thing about me. It's like, there's not much that you can take. Nice camera angle. There's not much about me that you can take out of context, really. Like, I straight up just said anal. Like, you know, like, you can't really take that out of context because the context that you would take it out of to make it sound dirty is already what the context is. LK713 says, I wish there were more parts where the non-crazy enemies fought the crazy enemies. I actually do too, because that's really one of the only parts you see where, like, the sane enemies are fighting the insane ones. I kind of wish there was more than that, because that's kind of cool. For a good time, call C. Jacobs. I'll try anything once. I mean, you never know. I mean, I might answer. Who knows? Dark Souls was originally going to be called Dark Ring, and it was changed because that's a euphemism for butthole. Is that true? Is that actually true? Because if that's true, I didn't know that. Is that a true statement? Because I would believe you. Radazazel says, so Lords of the Fallen is still garbage. That's okay. Hey! Now we can go and get the Mighty Iron Mouse. That actually is true? Oh, nice. That's incredible. Dark Ring. Goatsy, the game. Yup, Anal Jacobs, that's me. Oh. That doesn't start with a C. That doesn't start with a C at all. Man, I just made this stream so uncomfortable for viewers that I have that are uncomfortable with the sexy time talk. Oh well. I'm sorry if you're uncomfortable with the sexy time talk. Canal Jacobs. Oh my god, French toast. Gamer beats Dark Ring on stream without dying once. Peter Bite says, just came into Anal Jacobs, that's me. God damn it! It's such a rabbit hole we've gone down. There's no going back now. Now that we have opened the jar of cookies, there's no going back.
Everything okay? I'm glad you're okay.
Hey, Sally. We get to be a jerk to Sally again.
And I thought you had all the answers.
I thought we'd been over this. All I can tell is that there was some kind of electrical malfunction that ripped through the system.
What if Resolve isn't what we think it is?
Those media stories were discredited ages ago. Surely you can't mean them. Creo actively destroying the atmosphere to keep funding going. Or
yep.
My favorite, the rich person's pleasure palace in orbit.
Also probably true. I played Prey.
We're not that gullible. And besides, the rest of the world would have noticed. I'm stuck here too, Warren. You're knocking at the wrong door.
I don't care, Sally.
Would be the right one.
I have trust issues.
At this point, I'd rather kick it in. Why would I trust management?
Hey, come on. We've got some actual geniuses.
God, I love that her response to me not trusting her is, "Hey, come on." Like, that's really, Sally? That's all you got?
If we can just get them out. I mean,
Sally's just like, "Hey, be nice to the Creo CEOs."
Chavez had a different perspective on Resolve. According to her, something's going on here.
Chavez. Dr. Melissa Chavez. You saw her. She was
Yeah, and I was a jerk to her. I'll be a jerk to you too.
Well, how do you know?
It's just here.
Yeah!
But apparently she hit a brick wall with her work. I'm not sure if her opinion can be trusted. She's not exactly objective with this matter.
Well, neither are you, you fucking computer!
Apparently she had quite a fight with the board.
She's not exactly objective with this matter, says the person who works for Creo.
I need to go.
I'll be here if you need me.
I won't. Alright, so it's time. It is time for us to get our Iron Mouse on.
Happy to help.
I'm super excited for our dear friend Iron Mouse. It's been a while since we've seen him. I do appreciate that they let you call Sally out on, you know, being a crony. Like, sure, she does want to help you. Like, she wants to stop Project Utopia the same as you do, but like, she's pretty obviously misleading Warren into thinking that there's help available when there definitely is not. So, oh yeah, you can beat the game without ever talking to Sally. Like, you don't have to talk to her if you don't want to. But yeah, she is absolutely trying to mislead Warren into thinking help is coming when obviously they are not. And that's why she's telling him to get to the executive forum because, you know, nobody's ever going to come help. So he's stuck there and he's just going to die otherwise. So might as well put him to use. Put him to work. LK713 says, I still don't think she wants to actually stop Utopia. I think she just wants to save the board. Well, I mean, hey, it could be. Like, her alternate plan could be summoning Warren to the boardroom so that he could save the single board member that's still alive. Like, yeah, because Sally is a medical AI. There's actually... something I find pretty interesting is that there is actually an audio log from Sally in this game where she's, like, diagnosing a medical person for the Liberator side quest. But yeah, there actually is an audio log from Sally doing medical stuff. So yeah, that's like keeping the board alive probably is like her prime directive or whatever, but like she obviously has independence of some sort because of how she is helping along people besides you. Oh boy, I've made mistakes on this day. Well, yeah, she's doing an autopsy, but still, that's a medical staff thing. Like, you're not gonna have like the Creo board members doing an autopsy. Oh god damn it! What have I done? God! It is gonna be a fucking miracle if I survive this. Ah! Woo! Ah! Wow. I'd argue that it's protecting the board because when the last guy died, she pieces out. Well, she only pieces out because she finally breaks. Like, in order to get into the boardroom, you overload the system, which shorts out Sally. Like, if you look at the Sally machine after interacting with that circuit, it's like on fire and sparking and shit. So, like no matter what, Sally is going away after you get into the boardroom. Like, it's not that she doesn't help you anymore, it's that she just stops working. Now, it is time to be the Iron. So, the Iron Mouse set has very high physical defense and consumes no core power, and also plays the funny jingle, with the downside being that it has no elemental resistance. I know, the half-hearted trumpets are probably my favorite part. I know, I fucking love Easter eggs and secrets in video games that are totally incongruous with your fucking, with the game's general aesthetic. You know, it's funny, what I learned about this game recently is that fall damage is not percentage-based. Unlike Dark Souls, where fall damage is based on a percentage of your max health, in the Surge, it just straight up is health. So if I had had higher max health, I probably would have survived that. Why does he have fall damage? Well, I mean, to be fair, he's wearing a suit made out of iron. He's the Iron Mouse. See Jacob's soundboard. You know what? I can believe that Iron Mouse is fucking dead. I'll believe that.
Next stop, Creo World. We hope you enjoy your visit.
Oh, I know I will. There should be a Carbon Cat suit. I agree. There should be a suit of all of the mascots. Like, I should be able to wear a Rusty Rat suit and then explode and die painfully, alone and scared, screaming for help that's not coming. You know, like my dear Rusty Rat friend didn't do in the last stream.
An emergency procedure has been initiated. We apologize for any inconvenience. Please do not exit the train until help arrives.
Don't exit the what? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
Hello.
Hey! Hey, you! I can see you!
Yeah, Largo.
God. Found someone else who hasn't gone insane like everyone else around here.
Ah, damn it! I just thought of something. We actually can't fight Carbon Cat yet. We are currently unable to fight Carbon Cat because we have to complete R&D, or rather, we need to get to R&D to unlock the second half of the DLC. If you AFK in the train for 4 hours, help arrives and you get the secret ending. I fucking wish. I wish this game did something like that. Like the secret ending for Far Cry. Alright. So let's see. We have 4 core consumption to work with now that I'm wearing the Iron Mouse set. This only gives me 20 health, so that's kind of useless. I wonder if Largo has anything interesting to say if you actually fucking are Iron Mouse. We'll see. We'll do this. We'll try out the Medieval Take injection, because I hardly ever use it. Why do I need to leave? Once you get the black box, Largo is like, hey, I need some time to figure out what's on this black box, so come back later. We can't actually get on the roller coaster and go to the second half of the DLC until we have reached R&D, because at that point he's like, okay, I've looked at it. If you're on New Game Plus, though, you can just do it. Like, if you're on New Game Plus, it doesn't matter how far you are in the game. But on New Game, you have to be at least to R&D. Hey, Largo.
I'm glad you made it. My name's Largo. It's good to meet you. I'm the operator of the park's search and rescue unit.
Largo, are you a fan of anal?
Good luck out.
Yeah. I mean, people said that Largo reminds them of me. Maybe we have that in common. I don't really need to fight these guys, do I? I don't think I do. They only give Mark II parts, and the Iron Mouse set starts at Mark II. So hey. Oh wait, I think I have an extra implant slot, so I can put this back on. There we go. That's right. Azure 604. We hacked the Gibson, also roller coasters. That's why we're coming back after R&D. No, the mascots are friendly, okay? Listen to those friendly steel drums. Don't those steel drums just sound like the friendliest steel drums? Yeah, that's one of the things that sucks about the Iron Mouse suit, is that you have to wear the whole thing, which I guess is one of its downsides, is that if you wear the Iron Mouse suit, you automatically take off any other parts you're wearing. So we can't, unfortunately, wear the donut head. At least we have the head of Iron Bar Ivan. What's with the comical attack sounds? That's one of the bonuses of the Iron Mouse suit. Oh shit, someone from the parade, someone from the popcorn parade is still alive over there. He's making his way over.
That looks like the Project Resolve Center. Now, try to find the main server room.
But yeah, these biff bop sounds, those are part of the Iron Mouse suit, and I really like it. Ah! I can't believe Iron Mouse is fucking dead. But anyway, yeah, I'm a little bit overpowered on damage right now, because we're far enough in the game. We're far enough in the game where I have started receiving the parts that these guys are giving me now, so I already have the parts that they would have given. Yeah, I died. I died real hard there. A popcorn pole parade. What is a popcorn pole? Is a popcorn... Okay, someone answer this for me. Is a popcorn pole a real thing? Because I was curious. I was like, what is a popcorn pole? Because I don't know. I don't know what a popcorn pole is. Duelist Crisis says, his laptop is now set up with a solid-state drive. Well, I'm happy for you. SSDs are pretty cool. Popcorn pole is a different word for anal, probably. God damn it. I will not let that become a thing. That is not going to become a joke that we say in this chat. We're not going to do that. You hear me? We're not doing that. It's a big stick used to steal popcorn. Yeah, like, what if that's the actual goal of the Creo World Popcorn Parade, is to steal popcorn from children? It's a reference to a barbershop pole that was attached to some popcorn stalls. Well, there you go. Now we know. And you know what they say? Knowing is 3/4 of the battle. Approximately. If you have a popcorn pole, you should see a doctor.
Out of order. Please enjoy the rest of Creo World.
No, I'll enjoy the parts of Creo World that I want to enjoy, thank you very much. You know, actually, the Mantis suit might be kind of useful for this challenge, because the Mantis suit gives you an extra... Or no, not the Mantis suit, the Eagle suit. The Eagle suit gives you an extra consumable for every consumable you have, so, hey, I might actually be wearing the search and rescue outfit. But anyway, we're going to be going through this kind of quickly, because I just want to fucking fight Carbon Cat as Iron Mouse. So, hey... You're gonna get like a real quick tour of Creo World. And actually, once we finish with this, I think I'm gonna stop and do a second part of this, because I've been going for about It's going to be about 2.5 hours by the time we finish this. It's true! Warren is now ready. He's now ready for the Lumberjack show. Ah! Penis. I should use the carbon cat weapon to kill the rogue process. Yes, I should. We're gonna be using the scrap glaive once I get my hands on it, because it looks pretty cool. Alright, here comes the fight that tanked my frame rate on the last stream. We'll see if it tanks my frame rate again this time.
Well done. You started the rebooting process. Apparently during the procedure, the room triggers a temporary lockdown.
No idea what you're talking about, Largo.
Safe in there, right?
Do I know if I missed any Warren lore? I don't think I did. No. I think there are only the 3 audio logs in the picture. Huh! Oh, that was close. Oh, wow. Your teacher, with the excellent joke. Iron Mouse is now a rat in a cage.
Hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it's...
Despite all his rage, says Shotgun Reaper.
You can handle this, right? The booting process has started. We're getting closer.
Yeah, I can handle this. I'm a professional. I am a professional Iron Mouse at work. You know the band Men at Work? Well, I'm an Iron Mouse at work. Oh, I can't hit this. I can't hit that because it's not on the floor. Damn it. Aw. My plan for survival hinged on hitting that, but it's not on the ground, so I couldn't target it. That's right, men in hats at work. Ow, my body. See Jacob's soundboard. Whack-a-mouse. Yeah! That was close. I made like a Legend of Zelda noise. Ha! 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 I need to stop making stupid noises. I need to. I gotta understand, you know, I gotta realize that being hurt by the video game does not hurt me in real life. Or maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just keep making stupid noises for the rest of eternity. A Golden Age comic book game? That should be Deck 13's next game. Just make it an entire Iron Mouse game. When Chris Jericho does his knife-edge chops, he also does the yeah! Well, I'm glad, if anybody, I'm glad to be like Chris Jericho. I was gonna make a mean joke. I was gonna say better him than Chris Benoit. That's mean. See, Jacob's not appreciating why we watch him. Says that he needs to stop making silly noises. Chris Jericho is a fan of anal? Please start spreading that rumor. I mean, it's true. I'm not wrong, but also that's a pretty mean joke to make.
Hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it seems like the signal attracts those robots.
I already am aware of that, Largo. Thank you. Hey, I don't mean to rain on your parade here, but the Thunderdome has multiple phases. What do you mean, rumor? You're killing me, Largo. You literally are killing me. Actually, these guys are killing me. Max Payne voice. You're killing me. Who is Chris Jericho? Well, imagine Vanilla Ice, but a wrestler.
Are you okay? This system is stubborn. I need more time. Hey, I've got good news and bad news. Bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news, bad news. Good news, however, I just hacked into a projector drone that might be able to help you. It'll project a hologram of you, so those dumb robots won't be able to tell
Largo?
it's the real thing. I hope.
Hey, look, it actually is a distraction that looks like me this time. I've got bad news, bad news, bad news. Oh, that just kills me in one hit. Well, that's not good. So that, I just die in one hit if I get hit by those robots. It's almost like I only have 10 core power. Okay, well, we're gonna get rid of that and put on a vital boost. Albus09 says, so that wasn't supposed to happen with the audio, right? No, that was a glitch. I know, I just got smote. I got smited. I got smeet. I got smitten. I got Smitto. I got Spittle. Alright, I think after we finish the Thunderdome thing, I'm just gonna go, because it's getting a little bit late for me. I got somebody, somebody important to me who I need to talk to before it gets too late for them. So, after we go beyond Thunderdome, we're gonna stop for the night. But I definitely will be finishing this run, because it's very fun. That's right, I got a popcorn pole directly where the sun don't shine. And as we've discussed, big fan of that around here. God. There's no going back, is the thing. Like, I can't put the words back into my mouth, so I have to just keep saying them. I mean, Thunderdome is a pretty good term for it. I mean, I am C. Jacobs Erectus, after all. By which I mean, people get erect from watching me. And hey, there we go. Now I don't die in one fucking hit, so maybe I'll survive a little better this time. As I almost die. I could put the words somewhere other than my mouth. I wonder where.
Hey, I'm sorry to tell you this, but it seems like the signal attracts.
What a running joke to have. So, some people have, like, running jokes like, ahaha, I did a silly thing. Ahaha, I said funny words in a silly voice. No, my running joke is anal. What a legacy! What a legacy to have! Someday, people will be watching this video. Someday, oh, I didn't even know they could do the laser move. Someday, somebody I know and love, somebody I care about, somebody in my family, near and dear to me, is gonna be watching this video just by pure chance, and the running gag for this video is gonna be C. Jacobs is a bum boy. Really? That's what people are gonna think of me in the future? It's like fucking the Philosopher's Legacy in Metal Gear Solid. Except, you know, with butts. Doesn't your dad watch your videos? Yeah, he does.
Bad news.
But my dad likes my videos.
Still active. The good news, however, I just hacked into a projector drone that might be able to help you. It'll project a hologram of you, so...
Azure604 says, if my time in MMOs has taught me anything, it's that all jokes eventually become butt jokes. Maybe so. Maybe so. Oh, nice, he hit that explosive. Good job, idiot. Thanks for saving me the trouble. But to be fair, my dad is also the person that talks about his desire to get a Prince Albert piercing. Like, we've talked about this. Like, my dad brings these kinds of jokes up more often than I bring them up. Like, when I am over hanging out with my dad, he will be like, oh, hold on a minute, I'm getting dressed, and then walk out of his room with his pants around his ankles, like, just in his fucking, his fucking Ghosts and Ghouls heart boxers, and that's it. And then he'll, like, stand in the power stance from the beginning of The Dark Knight Rises with the fucking CIA guy, where he's like, Bean. Like, he'll stand in that pose, and he'll be like, oh, you like what you see? And I'll be like, no, father, no, I do not. And then we'll both laugh.
Only thing left to do is get the power running again. Follow the cables. It's the only...
The Magical Hobo says, oh, I remember when your dad showed up once to own you. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, my dad has always jokingly expressed this inner desire to get a Prince Albert piercing, and I am convinced he's not joking. I have taken that ancillary core. Oh, that actually will help me out. Like, the game just gave me a free ancillary core. Cool. No wonder you're that fucked up. Why? It's funny. My favorite thing is that when I tell people that, they're like, "Oh, that's fucking weird," and it's like, "Yeah, it is, but it's also fucking hilarious." My dad doth protest too much. Exactly. Oh, okay. So that's gonna do it for now. Next time we will be fighting. We will be fighting Carbon Cat and finishing this challenge.
You know what I mean?
It'll be fun. Are you okay, Warren? He's okay. There's my Xmas gift to him decided. Amen. But okay. That's gonna do it for now. Thank you all very much for hanging out while we talk about bullshit and playing this kind of ridiculous challenge that's only going to get more difficult as we go. I will see you all later. Bloodborne recording maybe tomorrow? I don't know. I'll let you know on my Twitter. Take care, everybody.